On my 22nd birthday, my parents blindfolded me. Surprise, my mom whispered, her voice warm and excited. You're going to love this. I smiled under the cloth, the air thick with anticipation. We'd had a rocky few years, distance, tension, words we couldn't take back. But lately things had started to mend. They'd called more, sent care packages to my apartment, even asked about my boyfriend, Lucas. This surprise felt like a turning point. My dad guided me down what I assumed was a dirt path. I could hear gravel crunching under his boots and birds overhead. The blindfold itched, but I didn't complain. I hadn't had a real birthday celebration in years. For once, I wanted to believe they meant it. After a short walk, we stopped. The air smelled like hay and damp wood. You ready? My dad asked, too chipper. I nodded, heart fluttering. Maybe it was a picnic. Or a photo shoot. Something rustic and sweet. The blindfold came off. I blinked hard at the sudden light. When my eyes adjusted, all I saw was decay. An old, collapsing barn loomed ahead. The wood was splintered, vines creeping up the sides like nature was reclaiming it. The roof sagged dangerously. It looked abandoned, completely deserted. I turned to my parents, confused. What is this? My mom didn't meet my eyes. My dad sighed, hands on his hips, like this was harder for him than for me. This, he said slowly, is your new home. I laughed, awkward, unsure. What? You're staying here, he said, until you figure your life out. I stared at him. Is this a joke? No, my mom said softly. You've been making terrible choices. We're done enabling you. My chest tightened. What are you talking about? I have a job. I pay my bills. You're living with that boy, my dad snapped. Lucas. The one who cheated on you and still lives under your roof. That's not strength, that's weakness. My stomach dropped. How do you even know about that? They exchanged a look. One of those wordless conversations only married couples have. My mom stepped forward. We saw the messages, honey. The ones you sent me. The screenshots. You went through my phone? You left it unlocked when you visited. We didn't mean to snoop. But when we saw what he did to you, and how you stayed with him, we realized you needed help. So you kidnapped me? Abandoned me in a barn. You need space. Time to think. Away from him. Away from distractions. This isn't an intervention, I hissed. This is betrayal. My dad looked at me like I was a child throwing a tantrum. You can come back when you're ready to make better decisions. He handed me a backpack, some clothes, a flashlight, a bottle of water. Then he turned and walked away. I called after them, heart racing. You can't just leave me here. But they didn't look back. The truck's engine roared to life. Within moments, the dust from their tires was the only thing left of them. I stood in silence, backpack limp in my hand, wind biting at my arms. For a moment, I thought I might collapse. The barn door creaked open behind me. I didn't expect it. I turned slowly. Lucas stood there. For a second, we just stared at each other. Then I whispered, "How the hell did you get here?" "They told me to meet them here," he said, his voice oddly calm. "Said it was a surprise for your birthday, that you wanted to fix things." My world tilted. "They set us up." He nodded. I took a shaky breath. "Why would they do this?" "To force us to break up," he said. "Or make up. I guess they didn't care which. As long as they felt in control." I should have screamed, fled, something. But instead, I walked into the barn, sat on a broken bench, and looked at the man I once loved more than anyone. "Did you really cheat on me?" I asked. His mouth opened. Closed. "It was one kiss. A stupid mistake. I told you that. You hid it for 3 months. I didn't want to lose you." I shook my head. "But you did it anyway." Silence wrapped around us like fog. "I didn't expect this," he said. "I know I messed up. But this? This is psychotic." "I stayed with you because I thought I could forgive you," I whispered. "But I think I just didn't want to be alone." "You're not," he said too quickly. I looked at him, and for the first time, really saw the weight he carried. Guilt. Regret. But also weakness. A man who made choices he couldn't take responsibility for. and parents who decided I wasn't strong enough to choose for myself. That night, we lit a small fire in a rusted barrel and slept on opposite ends of the barn. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just stared at the ceiling and listened to the sounds of the night. Crickets. Wind. My own heart. By morning, I had made my decision. I left before he woke up. Walked 5 miles down the main road until I found a gas station with a phone. I didn't call my parents. I didn't call Lucas. I called a cab. That was 2 years ago. I never moved back in with Lucas. Never saw my parents the same way again. We talk occasionally. Holidays maybe. But that moment, the blindfold, the barn, the lies, they changed everything. I moved to a new city. Built a life on my terms. Got therapy. Learned what manipulation looks like, even when it's wrapped in love. I celebrate my birthdays quietly now. No blindfolds. No surprises. Just truth. And peace.